at all this Eatmopie, and I'm losing my voice. But before it goes, I get asked all the time, how do I beat this class? How do I beat this spec? And there's really no one definitive answer for that. Every player is different, but certain specs and classes can do certain things that you need to be aware of, and this is how you handle them. And I did some duels, and I thought I'd go over my thought process throughout the duels. And some of you helped me with these, by the way, so thank you very much for that. This is on the PTR, as you can see, PTR lag, as the Druid just runs right through a full Fist of Fury and only takes a 1 second stun, because that's awesome. And that's actually cost me a bunch of duels on the PTR. But I still win more than I lose. And if you beat me, good on you. If you beat me twice, that's very impressive. Most people can't beat me twice. But anyway, there are a few out there. Gil the Hunter and Pop-Tart. There's a few duelers out there that there's a small handful of people in the world that I have met that I have trouble beating or haven't beaten yet. Anyway, Ferals are going to burst you right off the bat, almost every single one. So you have to watch for their cooldowns, and you got to get your karma up right away so you can soak up that damage. Then after that, it's really simple. You stay close to them, keep them silenced, keep them stunned, don't allow them to heal, and don't allow them to reset. But anyway, Warriors, just one after the other. I'm just going to blow through these. Warriors, I really don't have any trouble with Warriors. Somebody asked me just today, how do you beat Warriors? Well, it's not really that difficult. You watch for what they're doing. I see he used Die by the Sword. I'm going to disarm him, and I'm going to get away. Because I can't hit him. I can't do anything until that's gone. So I'm going to Trinket his Fear. I'm going to disarm him again, because his Trinket is still up, and I don't want to eat that burst. He's going to Blade Storm, so I'm going to Karma. It's really just a matter of, you know, out-maneuvering them. It's like a chess match, kind of, when you're playing a monk. Now, I'm going to catch him in Fist of Fury. He's on the defensive at this point. He's in trouble. He's blown his cooldowns already. And he's just going to shield wall and try and stay alive. And I'm not going to let him get away, and I'm not going to let that happen. And that's really about it. And almost all Warriors are going to be the same way. Very few are going to try and set you up. They're going to fly in, and they're going to blow their cooldowns, and they're going to blow their defensives, and then they're going to die, or you're going to die, depending on how, if you have any cooldowns up. But anyway, okay, Monk versus Monk. Now, this Monk versus Monk is not all that exciting, and generally I do very well versus Monks. There's a few things that you need to watch out for. First of all, silencing a Monk is a good thing, because then they can't cast their Chi Wave, and they all use Chi Wave, and that's good. Using Paralysis to close the gap, very good. You want to try not to use your Touch of Karma until after the other monk uses their Karma, because then it completely eliminates their Karma and kind of screws them over. As you can see, I waited for him to get his Karma off, and I used mine, and there's really nothing he can do. And that's that. Okay, another monk. More monks. I get a lot of duels from monks, and I've met some really good ones out there. But PTR doesn't do dueling justice, because there is that little bit of lag. So if we're cross-realm, it makes it kind of silly. Sometimes you can just walk right through a Fist of Fury. Sometimes I could be standing on top of somebody and they're out of range. Silly things like that. But anyway, here's another monk. And Monk versus Monk, like I said, there's not that much to it. You know the abilities that you have. I Incapacitate. A lot of people ask me, why do I open up with Incapacitate with Paralysis? And it's really just to close the gap. And to throw somebody off. Okay, there's no big secret about it. Generally, when you see me Paralysis somebody, you're going to see me go in, and I'm going to root them, or I'm going to silence them. That's the goal, is to throw them off so that they can't come out and burst me right off the bat. And you can see he stunned me. He's using Leg Sweep. I'm using Ring of Peace is very good versus a monk, because the silence. You can't heal once you're silent. Well, they're going to attack. They're going to use an ability. They're going to silence themselves. So, yeah. And then the way that the new Ring of Peace works is if you're inside of it, when it's open, it will silence you. You don't really want to disarm a monk either. I don't know if you saw that earlier. He disarmed me, and I get that ultimate dodge. It's almost like evasion for monks. You don't really want to disarm a monk, except for with the Ring of Peace. It doesn't seem to have effect like that. But anyway, I caught him in a Fist of Fury, and there wasn't really anything he could do. But yeah, okay, anyway. Next, we got a rogue. A rogue. Now, rogues, you absolutely have to have cooldowns to fight a rogue. Defensive cooldowns, I mean. Especially in 5.3, because if you think they're strong in 5.2, they're way better in 5.3. And you need cooldowns, or you're going to lose. And that's the bottom line. So, let's fight a rogue. I'm going to get away from him. I'm going to try and remove his poisons. And depending on what he does, some rogues are going to go to range, and they're going to try and... whatever that throwing ability that they have now, that level 90 talent, that thing, yeah, that's stupid. Shuriken toss. Anyway, you really have to watch for it, because they can kite you and they can kill you just as fast as a freaking Huntard, and it's silly. But anyway, he's gonna open again. He's using his Shadow Blade, so I gotta get my karma up or I'm dead. And I do. I'm gonna clear his wound poison so I can heal up a little bit. And yeah, you definitely want to make sure you're dispelling when you're fighting a rogue. Same as a DK. You need to dispel the poison and diseases. It's bad. As often as you can, anyway. Or as often, yeah, really as often as you can. And you can see there's that PTR lag. I had him in a Fist of Fury. He got out of it. He did trinket, and I got my my bubble up, my Ring of Peace, and he got away. He's gonna reset. So I'm gonna heal as much as I can, which I hope will be full. Now, a few people ask me, how do I stay at such high health? And I use Healing Sphere. I use it all the time. I use it in combat. I use it in the middle of a duel. I'll use it in the middle of a fight. I'll use it when I run away. I don't like being at low health. I'm weird like that. Maybe it's part of my old tanking mentality, but I don't like to be at low health, so I'll use Healing Sphere. I'll sacrifice a jab or a little DPS to keep myself at full health. I'd just rather play that way, and I see a lot of good monks starting to do that, and good, I like that. So the Rogue finally decided to open, and I had to get my Ring of Peace up right away, and I was planning on it, I was ready for it. It's just a matter of when he was going to attack. But I didn't have any other defensive cooldowns up at the time, so I had to use it, because rogues have just insane opening burst right now. It's just really, really crazy. And you can see he's sitting in his smoke bomb using his shuriken toss. So I had to get my karma up. It finally came up. And I'm going to clear my poisons off. That wound poison really, really is bad. A lot of rogues aren't using it anymore. But this one was. The good rogues are. And I used my Tiger Eye Brew, and I caught him in a full Fist of Fury and just annihilated him. That's the thing. Rogues, they're squishy, but they can kill you so damn fast, it's kind of crazy. And anyway, that monk wanted to duel again. He was... I don't know if we were lagging or if it was because he disarmed me and I dodged his Fist of Fury, but he wanted to duel again. I never got a chance to. So, if you see me around, I owe you a duel. Anyway, this is Spitfires. He's a fire mage, as you would imagine. And he actually whooped my ass one time. He had the right amount of procs, caught me in a bad way. I don't know what happened, but he totally whooped my ass. But when you're fighting a mage, there's a few things that you want to try and do. A fire mage, first of all, is going to get combustion on you at some point. And if you are using diffuse magic, that is an excellent time to use it. He used his mirror images, so I threw up a karma because I'm going to take a lot of damage no matter what. I might as well spread some of that to him. Then really the idea is to just try and stay close, not too close. When he ice blocks, you want to get away, you want to heal yourself up, and because you'll get stuck in a Nova when he unblocks. And really just stay close, keep him silenced, try and take as little amount of damage as possible. And yeah, you can see I'm stuck in that full stun, but there's really not that much he can do. I just ate a big old Pyroblast. Good mage is going to use that teleport technique. Or was that lag? I don't know. Either way, I caught him in a bad way. And just finish him! Finish him! Oh, it said he fled. Well, I think Spitfires, you were going to lose that one anyway. Anyway, he is a good mage, and he did beat me in a duel. He just blew me the hell up. And you have to watch for that. It's proper use of cooldowns and knowing what your opponent's doing. Now here's a enhancement shaman, and you know what? You may laugh and say, "Oh, enhancement so good." On the PTR, enhancement is freaking kicking ass in duels. There are very few enhancement shamans losing in a 1 vs 1 right now versus any class. That's the bottom line. They are just doing really well. Their healing is crazy. Their damage is crazy. When they use their full, their one-shot macro, or whatever you want to call it, or when I, fat finger a key, trying to get my ring of peace up, it happens. I'm not perfect. I do mess up. But, yeah, enhancement shamans are doing great, crazy. Like, right now, if I didn't have karma, I would have been dead in, like, 1 second, because that's the burst. And you can see he's running off, he's healing, he's trying to drag this out. Smart enhancement shaman. But that's just crazy damage. I gotta get away, run away. A lot of people ask me, why am I not using Zune, the white tiger, the big white tiger, over Chi Torpedo? Well, that right there is the reason why. Now, the extra burst from the white tiger would be great, but he's never actually saved my life. And Chi Torpedo is fun, and it's a lot more useful than people think. So if you haven't tried it lately, maybe give it a shot in a battleground or something and just see what you think, because it's good. I do like it. Although Zune or Shun, the white tiger, is still absolutely your best DPS option, hands down. But, I'm not sure why he's not attacking me while I'm... Oh, he doesn't have enough mana to heal. Enhancement shaman heals are like crazy expensive, like Rep Paladins. So, yeah, unless they have their Maelstrom weapon up, it's expensive for them to heal. So I'm gonna... Yeah, this one's pretty much over. He's used all his cooldowns, and really the whole idea is once you survive the burst, and this goes for a lot of classes right now, once you survive the burst, there's not much else they can do. It's just a matter of wearing them down. Because monks, we don't have that crazy burst. We do have good burst once we set it up, but we do have to actually set it up. We have to set up how to finish somebody and set up our burst properly. We're just not going to jump in there and blow our cooldowns right off the start, because we're not going to win that way. Okay, the finale is a duel between Pop-Tart and myself, and he is one of those players that is just a step above the rest. I've met many really good monks, but not many that I just could not beat in a freaking duel. And he is just a pro dueler, and he makes me a better player when I play with him. So props to Pop-Tart. There's a few other players out there that I've met in the world, a small handful, that I just can't beat in a duel, and it really is a short list. But because usually I can fight somebody, and once I learn how you play, I can counter that. But Pop-Tart is very unpredictable, and that is his tip for anybody that's watching that is aspiring to kick my ass. Be unpredictable. Be a little bit unconventional. You see, he uses a lot of fire blossoms, and he'll even disarm me just to mess with me. Unfortunately, the end of this clip is cut off, so you don't actually get to see him finish me off, which he does with a Fist of Fury and a Rising Sun kick, because he's a badass and he just set me up for it. But anyway, hopefully we'll have more duels in the future. If you like the dueling videos, let me know in the comments below. If you want me to just shut up and put some music behind them, I can do that. If you want me to explain more in depth, leave me comments, let me know. And you can always go to my Facebook and ask me questions there. Send me a message. I do try to reply to everybody every single day, but sometimes I get busy. Anyway, thank you again for watching. This is Eatmopie. I'll see ya.